Hi, I'm Jessica, and I work a desk job in higher education at Chico State. I'm the director of purchasing. I had filled out something that I had seen online, and Austin had contacted me. And so we set up like a one-on-one, like first, like check-in to talk about the program and to get some information about myself. So when I first walked in, I was a little nervous. I was like, who is this Austin person that I'm going to be meeting? My goal was to begin an exercise program. So it was just a matter of finding like what was the right fit for me. I love it. I really enjoy my time that I spend here. I enjoy the people that I get to see twice a week when I am working out. And it's just become a fun community. What keeps me coming here on the hard days is the fact that I've made an investment into myself. And so for me, like being true to that investment and not wanting to like not show up would be like not showing up for myself. So, this is all about creating good habits in my life and being able to, be consistent and show myself that I can be consistent in what I do. A number of years ago, I played roller derby for about 5 years. And so, coming out of a contact sport, I had a number of injuries and ended up having hip surgery. And so, I have some like chronic pain issues and also some autoimmune issues that affect my joints and my mobility. And so, for me, why I come back and why I continue to come back is because I understand the importance of mobility as I move through my life. And I want to make sure that I can continue to stay mobile and to be a healthiest version of myself that I can be. I think that like mentally, the mental game is always about finding that consistency when you decide that you're going to do whatever it is that you're going to do, whether you're learning how to crochet, you have to practice and you have to be consistent and you have to have commitment to what you're doing. And so finding the commitment um, in myself, but also knowing what my end goals are and kind of connecting those two things are really important. And so, coming here consistently and getting to surround myself with people who are, doing the same types of things or have the same type of commitment in their lives is important to me. And it's also been really great to have a new community to be a part of. And so that's really what, yeah, how I've changed mentally. Um, Emotionally, I think that struggling with autoimmune things and struggling with like chronic pain from like past injuries, it can really take a toll on you, I think, emotionally as well as mentally. I have a really high pain tolerance. So, you don't realize how much something is affecting you until your body is able to move easier. And that's really what I found is that as I'm strengthening my body, I'm also strengthening my mind, which has been really helpful for me overall. Show up somewhere twice a week. I don't know if there's anything like specifically that I could say like I can do now that I couldn't do when I started. But for me, it's about the small gains that I am seeing as I continue to work out here at Foundation Fit. So it's about being able to, walk further. The pain is less. I can, you know, even sometimes just sitting, having a desk job um, is not very good on your body. But I think that coming here, I'm able to, when I'm at my desk, like just knowing that I have been focusing on my body will remind me to do things like, hey, stand up, walk around, it's been, you've been sitting here for an hour, reminding myself to get up and to do some movement. So probably just that piece, like, um, what I'm doing now is just incorporating more movement into my everyday life that I don't think I was as focused on before I started coming to Foundation Fit. I love this question. What makes Foundation Fit stand out is the fact that I call it a boutique gym. It's small. So I feel like there is always someone making sure that, and that someone, Austin, is always making sure that that my form is good, that if I'm experiencing any type of discomfort, that we're addressing it. And I don't think that there is that type of hands on, like one on one care at any other gym, at least that I have worked out at in the past. I think that the fact that the classes are small, there aren't, a ton of people in here when we're working out, allows Austin to be more in tune with each and every one of us and be able to, address the work that we're doing. Not only like making small corrections, but also I feel that sense of like high five, fist bumps, like, yeah, when we got done with stuff. So there is that. And I don't think that you can get that at other gyms in town. I think even if I was at another gym with small class sizes, I've never been at one where if there was an exercise on the menu for the day and it was difficult for me, that it would be such an immediate like, hey, let's swap this out for this. Instead of this, we're going to do that. That is how quickly that Austin can respond to like what's happening during your session, and like not just modify an exercise on a list, but to say we're going to swap this out for that and still get some good gains from the work that we're doing in the gym. One of the things that I appreciate about Austin is um, this gym isn't about like pushing through the pain or like doing another rep or like let's see if we can do 2 reps at the heaviest weight you can. Austin is really about like making sure that as clients that we are in touch with our bodies, in terms of like what the pain level is. He's constantly checking on me because we've had these discussions about my chronic pain and my past injuries, so he knows like where the issues are. And so we'll check in on that, and if there is a day where my pain level is higher than normal, like he's so great about figuring out either alternative movements, or will drop the step up down a little bit, or we will focus on like working on the mobility, but not worrying about like weight or heaviness, or sometimes it's even just dropping the number of reps that we do, to make sure that my body doesn't get right. It doesn't hurt worse. I think that I waited a long time to decide what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go. And, looking at, thinking back to places I had been in the past, or, everyone does the $10 Planet Fitness, the $10 Planet Fitness in January. But I think that one of the things that I would say to anyone who is considering coming into Foundation Fit and coming and meeting Austin is to do it. That really is like the first step, is just like taking all of the things that your brain is telling you and just being like, I'm going to go meet Austin. I promise you it's not scary. He's a great human being, and if you care about yourself and you come in and talk to Austin, you will find out that he cares about you just as much as you care about yourself or want to care about yourself. Foundation Fit isn't just about working out. Austin is also focused on helping his clients with their nutrition, in whatever form that looks like, making better decisions, helping them, figure out their macros. And there also is that checking in component that I don't think I've ever experienced at any other gym, where a trainer is asking me on the days when I'm not at the gym, like, how are you feeling? How do you feel today after yesterday's workout? And so that's one of the things that I really appreciate about Austin and about Foundation Fit is the comprehensiveness of the program. So it's not just working out, it's not just focusing on what you're eating. It's not telling you that what you're eating is good or bad. It's focusing on nutrition as like an overall component of your health. And then also like the self care, the taking care of yourself, the making sure that you're feeling well. And I think that overall comprehensiveness is what makes me feel the most excited about continuing on this journey.